Pittsburgh's Action News 4 begins with breaking news.
We do want to start with that breaking news at noon. The Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium addressing the recent deaths of several animals. On February 1st, one of the zoo's gorillas died during an anesthetic procedure. Then about 2 weeks later, an elephant calf died after a brief illness. And then a day after that, a popular sea lion also died during a routine sedation. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram just heard from zoo officials. Sheldon, what are they saying to the public right now?
Well, this is after a morning news briefing. First of all, you have 3 animals that died within a month, 5 within the past year. Now, the president and CEO of the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium says that he wants to offer transparency to the general public and to zoo donors. And basically, he says that human error was not linked to any of the deaths of the zoo animals.
There certainly was no human error in any of associated with any of these. No miscalculated drugs, no misdosing or any inappropriate treatment. So they have been reviewed internally.
A panda, a lion, an elephant calf, a gorilla and a sea lion all died within the past year. Now, 3 of the animal deaths occurred when they were under an anesthetic procedure. But the zoo maintains that human error was not a cause in those deaths. Zoo administrators say that they perform at least 125 procedures every year. They also say that 3 of the animals were in the category of old age. They died right up to their maximum life expectancy.
And I can guarantee animals have always died at our zoo, and as is every zoo. And like I said, I think that's what we realized, that we wanted transparency, but transparency without context is very difficult and can lead to some false assumptions. And
in addition to that, the president and CEO says that the zoo is very concerned about the mental health and well-being of the staff members who were taking care of these animals at the time. A very difficult time for the zoo employees here on their grounds. For now, reporting live at noon, Sheldon Ingram, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All right, Sheldon, thank you. And just for transparency, we do want to note that up until December, our reporter Sheldon Ingram was a member of the Pittsburgh Zoo Board of Directors. However, he has since left his position there.